you really want the best for your friends.
Yeah, it's very important
Even
for
with
me.
Even with me, I know you care about me. It's been over 10 years.
Sometimes.
Yeah, right? Because we have Gemini fights.
We had a lot of fights.
By the way, fun fact about me and Nathalie, you know this, we do voice messages all day.
We should save them. We can do a books from that. Nathalie and Louisa unplug.
We should just play it right now for the viewers.
No.
But
Louisa Live.
welcome back to Louisa Live. I'm your host, Louisa Charmatian, and today I have a very special guest with me. Truly someone who has become family over the years, the one and only Nathalie Dubois, who is the founder and CEO of DPA Associates, a global leader in luxury marketing, celebrity placement, and a high-profile PR. Originally from Paris, she studied at La Sorbonne.
That's correct.
Am I saying it correct?
Yeah.
I did my research before moving to LA, where she started as a cinema correspondent, interviewing stars like Tom Cruise and Tom Selleck, so many more. After donating a kidney to a friend, Nathalie became one of LA's top promoters, producing unforgettable events for icons like Michael Jackson, Dr. Dre, Prince, the list goes on. In 2003, she founded DPA Associates, producing luxury gift suites for over 20 years for the Academy Awards, Golden Globes, Grammys, Cannes Film Festival, and major events throughout the world, with regular guests including Sharon Stone, Viola Davis, Angela Bassett, so many more. I personally had the pleasure of working with Nathalie for over 10 years, witnessing her talent for connecting brands with the right audience and creating moments that truly stand out. A true force in global PR, she continues to shape the luxury and entertainment world while expanding into new ventures, including film production. Welcome, Nathalie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That was impressive. I started in 2005.
Wow.
Not 2020.
Oh, no, I said 2003. I
Yeah.
said 2020.
So my company
I
at
switched it.
2003 and then the gift suite 2005.
Wow.
Long time.
That's a long.
And it seems like yesterday I met you.
Which has been, what, over 11 years right now, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And we met through Tanir,
Yeah.
AfterBuzz TV.
Oh my God. That
Right?
was crazy.
And I started
And then you
working-
volunteer and then I hire you.
Yeah.
You're so good.
Love at first sight.
Gemini love.
Gemini love at first
Yeah.
sight. But before we really talk about you and everything, I just want to say thank you for this gift.
You're welcome.
And I told you that I want to open this on air because, guys, Nathalie is the best gift giver. She takes her time. She actually picks out gifts that are perfect for the people she wants to give to. And can I please open it?
Of course.
It's
like a joke. This is not coming from the gift suite. It's coming from me. But I thought it was fun.
You guys, it says you are so incredibly awesome.
For sure.
You're amazing. I love you. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Should I do
You have to look at the card. Yes.
Okay. The card first? Okay,
Yes.
you guys. I have
Let's do
to.
that.
This
The
is
card
so,
first.
This is so thoughtful.
You're welcome.
You really do give the best. Hold up. Unlike me, I just rush the day before. You know that. I go to Nordstrom's and I get a kit. I get
You're
two.
so bad. Me sometimes 6 months before.
Last year it took us 6 months for you to give my birthday gift because I couldn't meet you.
I think we did our birthday on Christmas Day.
Yes, we did. We did a few
Something
months
like
ago.
this.
Oh my God, this is so cute. You are a star. Oh my God.
For sure. She is. She's amazing.
Nathalie.
So I'm so honored to be here.
Oh, congrats on this new venture. You rock. I love you, Nathalie.
Yeah.
Oh, Nathalie. This means so much. Oh my God. How? You guys, I'm dying. How to be a rich old lady. Takes one to know one.
Yep.
I want to be Nathalie.
It's too baby. Hopefully I'm not old yet. But,
Well, you know what I mean.
we want to get old and be rich,
How
basically.
both of
And
us.
rich in our heart, too.
In our
It's
heart
important.
and our health. Your guide
Yeah.
to easy investing, building wealth, and creating the wild, beautiful life you want.
Yeah, that's you. There's another little things in it. but
Nathalie, oh
that's-
my God.
That's you, for sure.
Well, I've learned from you over the years, so of course.
Well,
Hold on.
we're learning from everybody.
We learn from everyone, guys.
Everybody has a different experience that we can cherish, basically.
This is so
And
cute.
that's so French.
What is that? It is
They're
very
little soaps,
French.
I think.
Oh my gosh,
Little
guys.
soaps.
I'm going to put this here for a second.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the book is hysterical. I think it's so you.
That is, and the colors too.
Yeah, I know.
French
It
milled
goes well
hand
here.
soap. Oh my God.
Smells good, huh?
Thank
Yeah.
you,
You're
Nathalie.
welcome, Louisa.
This book, oh my God.
No, this book. I want to hear about the book.
You're amazing.
Yes.
Thank you for taking the time to come here today all the way from Marina del Rey.
Yes.
I know the drive and all of that.
Yeah, you do.
So much life you have lived up to now, whether it's journalism, luxury gifting suites, film producing, all of that. But before we talk about all of that, I want to know who Nathalie was in Paris before she came to the States and how everything just evolved for you.
You know, it's very interesting because I was a little girl that was falling in gutters. My mom used to dress me with little dress and little gloves, and I will fall everywhere till today. That's why I cannot walk right now. I fall all the time.
She came in Uggs.
I was a little happy girl with, I had amazing parents, amazing grandparents, very family orientated. I decided to come to LA just because one day I woke up. You know, sometimes you have something that is talking to you. And I was studying at La Sorbonne history with major in Egyptology, which is my passion.
Wow.
And in the same time I was doing a double cursus, I was studying Japanese, which was my first language. I think that's why today I love Japan. So in the evening I will do one university, during the day I'll do the other ones. And then at one point I'm like, I want to go to America. I told my mom and she's like, okay, well, I'm going to buy you your ticket. And at that time, we didn't really know anybody. And I did an internship for a movie magazine that became like the first big movie magazine. So I told them I want to be your correspondent. And they said, okay, let's try, let's see. I found an au pair job, which was better than any au pair job you can imagine because they were like my American parents. They gave me a Mustang 65 and I was like the daughter they never had and I speak French and they were obsessed with this. The Barnard family were amazing for me. I did worse things in their house than I did with my own parents.
Home, wild child, the wild
For 3 years I lived with them. They were amazing. So I came, did this, and after a few months I was hired by the magazine and I stayed with them for 7 years.
Wow. So
was the
7
beginning.
years. That's when you started your career here with journalism and all of that, right?
So I was basically the youngest foreign press inside Los Angeles. They were all very old. There was not so many journalists like today.
Yeah.
I mean, LA 38 years ago was very different.
Yeah.
And for a French person, it was very different. You have to put back in perspective. It's not like today where a kid can Zoom every hour if he wants his family, where we can eat the same food because Trader Joe or any other store has French food. There was no gap. There was a huge gap between the two countries, which we don't have today.
Yeah.
So it was a really big trip when you will go and then you could only call your parents maybe once a month, will write letters to everybody. And there was no French movie, no French books, no French whatever. So you were really plunging in the culture. And so I was the youngest French foreign journalist. I interviewed a star and also they found I was like a bubble because it's like refreshing, this young girl here. So I was invited to a lot of things.
Yeah.
I will pass you the details, but it was really amazing. I made like a really good experience working for this movie magazine.
Yeah, and that's when you interviewed Tom Cruise and all these people.
Tom Cruise for Cocktail, the first film. And it was very interesting, super sweet, of course. But I had a lot of celebrities. I was covering junkets. I was covering, so they will fly me to Palm Springs to interview. It was Three Men and a Baby. Remember that film?
I love that movie.
Tom Selleck and Ted Danson. So we had a whole weekend. I was living the life because the studio will take you, send you somewhere, and you suddenly will be there. I mean, it was really amazing. So I did a lot of things, met Diane Lane, Sigourney Weather, all these girls, so many big stars. And then did a lot of different things. I was contracted to do an article on Brando and, a lot of different people.
Do you see how journalism today has changed so much from back then? Now it's like you can get your phone, you get your mic, you can become a journalist. But back in the day, it was more traditional where you had to go to school and all the other stuff, right?
Back in the day, I wanted to do the school of journalism, and I stopped because I did 2 internships, and then I came here and I really live it on experience. No,
Yeah.
but I think you are the born journalist or you're not.
you're
The
not.
school is okay, you learn, but sincerely, it's inside of you. If you know how to write, or if you want to write or interview people, if you're a people person, I don't think you're going to learn that in
Yeah.
any school. So after a few years, unfortunately, when you have bigger dreams,
Yeah.
you feel it's very boring
Yeah.
to interview Tom Cruise a few times
Yeah.
because you have questions and you want to see something else in life. And I think that's where I was. And in fact, somebody from the magazine, they were all like having stock in this magazine except me. One of them wanted to come live the California life, so they kind of pushed me out. And I think it was also time for me to have a different experience.
And is that how you had the transition from journalism to a club promoter and all of that? Because you were heavy in the Hollywood scene, right?
I basically moved back to Paris.
Oh, you did?
And,
after the journalism
after
phase.
the journalism period, I moved back to Paris, and I couldn't take it. After one day, I'm like, I did a mistake. So I told my mom I want to go back. But before that, I came on vacation here, and one of my friends was dying of kidney disease.
Yeah.
And so I decided to give her one of my kidneys. So I flew back in 1992, December 1992, to give my kidney, not even knowing what I was going to do in LA. I mean, I was working for a modeling agency in Paris that to recruit models here, but it was like very light job. And when you do a surgery like this, a lot of time they don't tell you. What I did was forbidden in my country.
Really?
In US, you can give your kidney to anybody or one of your organ. In France, you can only give your organ to somebody that you are sharing blood with, family member, and it has to go in front of a judge.
Oh my God.
The only reason that when you do a transplant or surgery, which I will never regret because I saved somebody's life, you have a lot of psychological problems that are coming and a lot of friendship breaks. That's our case. Or a lot of family breaks or husband and wife divorce because the person you saved the life feel very unbalanced towards you. So because of all this psychological effect in France, you cannot do that basically. So it's a debate, you know.
So you don't talk to that friend anymore? I didn't know. You didn't tell me that.
No.
Oh my God. Ugh, I want to ask why, but
It's another time.
It's a whole
Another
different
time.
But
Yeah.
wow, but you still don't regret it. You
No.
saved that
It's
person's
amazing.
life.
I think it was written in my hands, you know. I mean, I will never forget the instant where I woke up from that surgery and I heard, Nathalie, I'm peeing, because somebody who has kidney disease, their kidney don't function anymore.
Oh my God.
So for me, it's like, it really impacted me for the rest of my life. I'm like, I give that to somebody, basically.
You truly saved someone's life, and I had no idea that the relationship like hasn't really progressed. Like you are so strong, Nathalie, because you were not selfish. You gave an organ to someone, you know, and you didn't know how it would affect you in the future.
No, and I know.
Now
But,
you know, years later, you're
it's
like,
basically, it was like, I sit, and then I remember sitting next to her mom. Our mom told me they didn't find a donor. I say, okay, if I match, I give you my kidney. And it just happened. It came out of my mouth. I think it was my destiny to do that. It drove her crazy, trying to understand why. And I say, I don't know why. I just know that it happened.
oh my gosh, you were chosen. I think you were chosen for her.
It was my path.
Wow. So after all of this, the kidney experiences, giving your kidney and coming back to LA, right? When did you realize that you want to just change your life up? Because this was before going into the gifting suites. You had that period of promotions, right? For a long time.
Yeah, I did 12 years of club promotion, which is very interesting with somebody who studied in university, speak 4 languages, and suddenly found herself in doing clubs, because in France it has a bad name. You're a nightclub person. But here it was very different. I took it as a business. It just happened by accident. I didn't want to change my life. I didn't plan that. It's just there was this club in Beverly Hills called Tattoo that was very, very big. It was on Beverly Drive. And at that time, the clubs in LA were a very different scene than today.
now.
We had a lot of clubs when I came here, And basically, the tattoo experience, the tattoo club, was owned by the owner of Studio 54 in New York.
Gem. That's an icon.
So
yeah.
very iconic. So you're thinking massive stars. So they made me a promoter. Like we had my boss, his name was Rodolphe. Today he lives in Brazil, but he was one of the main guy at Studio 54, and he just made me a promoter. He used to go out every night, and we were all having different nights, different days, and after dinner, we were supposed to be out all night, and if he wouldn't see us in different places, he will tell us. But the club promotion kind of gave me this huge training of being with a big crowd. The way I attracted people, growing up a little bit with a mom, like fashion person, I decided to do fashion shows. So I produced around maybe 200 fashion shows. That started in clubs, and that's every Thursday night I will have a fashion show. Sometimes I will pack 2 clubs the same night.
My God.
And I'm the only person like this because most of the club promoter in LA were born here. So they go to Beverly Hills High School or Glendale High School or whatever. So they had friends. I had nobody. So it was basically day and night promoting to fill up these clubs. So that was amazing.
That's impressive. Not only the club promotion, but your fashion shows inside of the clubs. I've never heard that. So like you would invite guests with different like brands and vendors, and they would just wear their clothes?
The main thing was to get a fashion company that want to do a fashion show, because this brand like Bisou Bisou, all these brands we had, BCBG, when they started.
Alaya, something you said.
Well, Asdin Alaya's big as a designer, and it was a different step. But a lot of these young brands from LA basically have follow-ups. So you do a fashion show, they will invite all their guests. So basically you'll fill up the club.
Oh my
God. That
God.
was so easy because I just had to find fashion show. I did Nike, I did so many like this, and then they will invite all their guests. So we had very happening night, and the club will still invite their people. From there, I moved because some people saw the quality of my fashion shows and the models. So they asked me to do, I did Donna Karan.
Okay.
We did, I did so many. I did Christian Dior and Asdin Alaya, big French designer, my favorite, in fact. And I produced that for the French government, for example, for the World Soccer Cup in 1994.
Wow.
Beverly Hills City Hall did a huge stage, and we had 2 of the biggest French designers there. In the same night, I had for the Bastille Day, one party at Tattoo, another one at the Gate, which was another big club. So from there, I also went to running VIP rooms. So Roxbury, for example, on Sunset Boulevard, that became very iconic because they did a film, The Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah.
So Roxbury was amazing. And then the Foundation Room at the House of Blues, where I also produced bands like Keanu Reeves bands and people like this. So because of I think they saw the seriousness of what I was doing. I was just not a club person getting drunk. They saw, like, I guess, the potential. That's how I arrived to have people like Michael Jackson coming to me for the birthday of Joe Jackson. I went to Netherlands. And
you went to his Netherlands location.
It was amazing. I did an event there. Little French girl going to Michael Jackson's house.
How was that?
It was insane. It was worse than going to the White House.
Really? Was it strict? Was it very strict?
It was so strict. It was for security. It's above Santa Barbara in Solvang. And basically I squeezed a lot of my friends as family members. So I did a fashion show for Marité and François Girbaud, which was a very big designer, because they came through me through that. And I had to find food for 1,000 guests. At that time, there was Usher starting and Janet, and everybody was going around. So it was 1,000 guests. At night, we had the picnic. The zoo was open. He opened the movie theater so people can watch movies.
Oh my gosh.
We had popcorn vendors. It was very cool.
Which year was this? Like early 2000s or like
2003, I think it's the first year I met my husband. I met him in 2002, so I
Abu
think
Bakar.
2003.
Shout out to him. He's so amazing. And he's also a family member to me as well at this point.
So yeah, it was 2002, I think. And we first did a private event at the estate of Jackson in Encino. And then the day after, we went to Neverland, which for me was unreal.
That is a very unique experience that not everyone gets to, experience in this world. And you've worked with so many celebrities, met them, interviewed them. What's something that maybe someone that is not in that industry might find them, like something surprising about, if that makes sense? Something that they might not assume they can be. Are they regular people to you? Were they humble? Like, what have you learned about them throughout the years?
It depends on the celebrities, I mean, somebody like Sharon Stone, for example, is a very close friend of mine. Right. I traveled with her. Yeah. I mean, she knows my family and your family. And she's very special to me because of her, my suite started in Cannes in 2005. She has been supporting my work. It's different. I see her when I go to her house. I don't see her as Sharon Stone.
Right.
I don't know how to explain. It's very bizarre. It's when I come out of that huge estate, I'm like, my girlfriend is Sharon Stone. That's from the reality state.
Yeah, yeah.
But, mostly they are like us.
Right.
They just a lot of time live in the bubbles because they have to be protected. When you go on the star level, you see how crazy it can be.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a little piece of them. If they do a picture somewhere and somebody give them a bag, then they're gonna be texted after that, especially with social media. Hey, can you post it on your social media? Can you do this? People will want always more and more.
Bombard you, right, immediately.
So basically it's, I don't know, we'll see how it's gonna go. But the celebrities mostly, they are like us.
Yeah.
Except they don't have the same reality because it's the entourage, it's these people around them that makes their reality different. By kind of doing everything for them. They don't go to the store. They don't know what costs what a lot of time.
Yeah.
So it's a very different world.
Louisa Live. Louisa Live.
And at what point throughout all of this did you have the idea that, okay, I'm ready to take the next step and produce these gifting suites? Because you told me it kind of just happened and it evolved to what it is right now, a 20-year-old empire that's so global. So talk about the birth of DPA.
It was basically by accident. Well, first we created DPA 2 years before the suite by eating cheese on the carpet.
Oh my God.
And
love that.
At that time, my company was called Hollywood Image. And my husband is like, you're going to Cannes. I was going with David Carradine, who was a very good friend from Kill Bill. And he said, it's not serious. It needs to sound like a law firm or something else. And
corporate, like a corporate
very
thing.
corporate.
Very corporate.
He said, it's Hollywood Image, it's just you and your clubs.
Yeah.
And so basically we sit down and I said, okay, it's going to be Dubois Paulin and Associates. Dubois is my dad's name. Paulin is my mom's name. And Associates is basically the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So people always ask me, where's Mr. Paulin? I'm like, well, he's in France.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. So we build it up like this, and then I go by DPA because it's easier. In America, it's hard for them to pronounce. So we do DPA Group, and it became really mostly like DPA Group.
Yeah.
But it started in 2003. We decided to give that name. My husband first lied. So I was lying about my address book.
Oh my God.
He even told my dad a few years after, and then he realized my address book was real. Like, I did all this stuff. And he's like, okay, let's structure your company differently. And then the first street happened by accident, really an accident. We were traveling in Tahiti, and I met this guy who does black pearls. And he asked me to do his PR. And I said, I don't do PR, I do parties. And he pursued me 6 months.
I love that.
Finally.
No PR, just parties.
I just do parties. And 6 months after, I'm like, okay, let's do the Golden Globe. That was a challenge. So I will put your products on the Golden Globe stage. So that was the first year, but that was the year where Kill Bill was nominated and David was nominated. That was kind of one of the rare stars, was very friendly. I knew other stars, but him, I was very friendly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, great, we're going to have David coming. And then that was the first year of Desperate Housewife, which was a huge show at that time.
Love that show.
So we had 3 of the Desperate, and including Eva, and then we had, it was the first year of American Idol, believe it or not. So Paula, who was a friend at that time, came also to support.
Paula Abdul. Yeah.
And then it was Ray, with Jamie Foxx.
Of course.
And so I kind of tried to dig everywhere and did an amazing suite. Our first gift bag was $38,000.
Wow, that's impressive.
We had diamonds, we had Petrosian caviar, we
Armenian,
had Moët and Chanton.
Petrosian, yeah.
We had amazing product, like very upscale. There was only 2 companies like me doing it. I didn't invent the concept, somebody else did it, but I guess I put my French tag on it.
Yeah.
And then they all asked me the day after, what are you doing for Oscar? And I said, okay, I have to do another suite for Oscar. Okay, let's do it. So then I went from 38,000 to 70,000.
Wow.
I had the dear Christian Odigier and Ed Hardy was behind Von Dutch.
Ed Hardy, oh my God.
I used to do fashion show for Christian for Von Dutch.
Wow, Von Dutch. These are like such throwback names to me.
So
Wow.
Christian passed away a few years ago, but he created, I still have that in my office, a special Ed Hardy shirt for that event.
Oh my
With a
gosh.
tattoo, with the tattoo artist Ed
Yeah.
Hardy. So it was really insane. So I kind of did another suite. It was a big success, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do something else with that. So a friend of mine was co-owner of Nikki Beach in Miami.
Okay.
So I took the red eye. I'm like, I'm going to Miami. I'm like, okay, I have this concept. I need the location. I'm brand new. I want you to give me the location in exchange, because I know how to do parties. I bring parties to Nikki Beach.
Yeah.
And that was one of their first year at the Cannes Film Festival. So we were doing the suite in the nightclub. So every morning we had to set up 35 brands.
Okay.
And every evening we had to remove the 35 brands and put them in the locker room.
That's a
It
lot
was
of
only
work.
me and an assistant. She was my first intern. She became my assistant for 3 years after, and she's still my friend. It was really crazy. I was bruised. So every morning, the staff of Nikki Beach will leave us the key so we could enter where they put their alcohol, like all our stuff will be there. And so the last day, believe it or not, they forgot to put the key.
Oh my God.
So we had to climb above the fence to kind of enter inside and really try to. So I was full of bruises. It was really, really bad. And my last guest was Sharon Stone.
Oh my, that's how you met her and the friendship started.
Yeah, she entered with an entourage and 25 staff member at the Carlton, at the big hotel. The Carlton was lined up because it was Sharon Stone arriving.
Wow.
She just got a decoration from the city of Cannes.
Wow.
So she had that medal on her white suit. And after that, the first thing she told me is like, hi, I heard you have the same passion from Bora Bora.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
yes. And I told my husband that night, it's very bizarre. I think I'm going to be friends with Sharon Stone.
Wow.
And so she took my number. She gave me a map with where her house was. It's still the same place. I still have the map. And
That's beautiful.
she told me, you're going to come every Monday to watch movies in my house. And that started.
Natalie, that's like, you don't hear things like that every day. Sharon Stone, the iconic Sharon Stone, like Casino and all the stuff, is like such a close friend. And you always tell me how amazing she is and stuff. So you cherish that relationship. And you protect it, I've learned over the years. You really protect it.
I protect the relationship.
Yeah.
You have no idea how many people. I used to receive script on my doorstep. I mean, in the French community, there was a rumor that there's a French girl, she's friends with Sharon Stone. I mean, it was insane. People will harass me all the time. So we took a P.O. box because of that, because we had, every single day, stuff arriving on my doorstep. Until today, people are obsessed with her.
Yeah.
It's really crazy, but I protect it. I don't send anything to her. I receive it. I bring it to her.
Yeah.
We play backgammon once a week, so that's when I bring things.
And I think that relationship changed your life too, because you realize celebrities are just like humans, normal people who want real connection. I think that's why she connected to you too, because you have such a beautiful heart. You know that. Like, you are a entrepreneur, you're strong, but when people get to know you, you really want the best for your friends.
Yeah, it's very important
Even
for
with
me.
Even with me, I know you care about me. It's been over 10 years. but-
Sometimes.
yeah, right? Because we have Gemini fights.
We had a lot of fights.
By the way, fun fact about me and Natalie, you know this, we do voice messages all day.
We should save them. We can do a books from that. Natalie and Louisa unplug.
We should just play it right now for the viewers.
No.
But every morning I wake up to 5 and then I return it.
It's Radio Natalie. You do your work and then I have Radio Louisa later on.
In the morning, hey Natalie, I'm on my walk, and then you're either you're at home, you're driving, but it's a beautiful friendship that's grown.
Yeah.
It's mental health, it's friendship, it's girl
It's
talk,
everything. It's girl stuff, girl support.
But then when we're actually during gifting suite season, it's strict clients
Exactly.
and all of that.
Very strict. Louisa, where are you? Are you eating still?
Louisa, hurry up! Your client didn't pay yet.
So yeah, it's very strict, and I think that's why my business work is, because it's very strict. It's just not a fun thing. It's like, you have a responsibility of number one, clients that are gonna pay you. So you have to deliver for them, and I have the reputation of over-delivering.
Right.
And then the celebrities, when you have big names, Viola Davis, Angela, whatever, they come to you. It cannot be stupid things that they're gonna have. It has to really be interesting. And then the press have the good story, because I'm from the press, so I know what they want to hear. So it's a mixture of all these that is like my little sauce, and I work 4 months for each production.
Yes, you do.
And I work very hard, and I try to really keep that level, which after 21 years, it's really hard.
As far as 21 years and all of that, in the beginning, was it hard for you to find these great brands? And then talk about the pressure of delivering. Like, you want press to come, you want those clients to feel good. How did it all come about for you?
I still have the same pressure.
Yeah,
I
we
go from
actually
that
do.
mood of fighting
We
the
do.
brand, and then after that, I'm like, what about if the people don't come?
Yeah.
Still, after 21 years,
Yeah.
I have that mood. My husband is like, don't worry, you always have these celebrities. So the brand, if I try to remember, I think it was easier. Mm-hmm. I kind of surfed through different crises. At one point I was doing Dubai when the crisis was here. So I did a lot of events there. I did Qatar for De Niro. We built up the street.
Yeah.
The Tribeca, Doha gift suite. I forgot the name of it, but we built it up there. So I worked there in the Gulf, and because also I worked in France, I was able to always surf this crisis.
Yeah.
At one moment when the financial crisis hit here, I was working more in the Gulf in France, and then same thing, I will have LA. So I always liked the financial market because it's very important. So that's why you find the thing. That's why I did Hong Kong, because I wanted to be exposed to like Forbes and all these
fun.
magazines. Yeah,
fun.
we did Hong Kong as official partner, and that was a trip. But it was,
That's a whole different topic.
we had half of the suite were American, the other half was Chinese.
No one understands
and
each other.
nobody understood each other. Everybody was scrutinizing each other. That was something else. But we had Oliver Stone in Hong Kong, so that was an amazing encountering. There was Kiefer Sutherland. There was a lot of really good people at that festival. But I think at that point it was easy. When I was doing official events, it was fun and it was easy. Like, I love finding the brands. So I went to Dubai the first time. For a few years, they kind of approached me to do it. And I had this woman that was like I cherished forever. She passed away since that, Nadia Bronson. She was basically, I knew her from when I was a journalist. She was VP at Universal. And when I started doing the suite, I went to see her and Thomas, her right hand, saying, hey, I'm going to start this suite. You have to give me. She broke me Sharon. She broke me Dubai. She broke me the Mostra in Venice. She got the HFPA, the Hollywood Foreign Press, to help me when I was doing Golden Globe and when we were above the red carpet at the Hilton. She's the one who she was a very strong lady that used to be the publicist of Hitchcock. She was the publicist of Harvey Weinstein also, and the Weinstein Company. I mean, she was a very strong little lady. I love her dearly. She was my model, pretty much.
Mentor, model, all of that. Yeah,
so she's the one who really, really helped my suite forever.
She opened doors for you in a way, and you're always
Amazing.
grateful. There's always that one person that does that.
She was the number one person, sincerely. That because of her, where I am today.
That's beautiful. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Natalie. And she
There's a long
passed
story.
away recently, or?
She passed away, I think, a year before my brother, so maybe 2014 or 2013. I forgot the dates, But yeah, she passed away a while ago. We were the first day of the Hollywood Film Awards for Dick Clark.
Whoa.
She passed away. So I was so messed up, the whole suite. I was backstage for Dick Clark. I did 4 events for them. And I was backstage, and suddenly they told me she passed away. And I was like, okay, I'm done for my day.
She's always with you. And
Of course.
Always. And I'm sure when you're struggling or when it's really stressful, because we worked together on this for a long time, what's the hardest part of you for these gifting suites? Because it's such a massive production. Is it preparing for it, or is it during? Because we all know, even like interns are here, when we're with you, we all know we have to be on our best behavior. It's very strict. You run a tight ship. So talk about that.
The hardest part is everybody bombarding me.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to talk to you when they come to the suite. Everybody has a question. Every client, it's kindergarten. It's
kindergarten, it's true.
They all have something that they need, or
true.
maybe their pictures should be vertical and not horizontal, or can I have the food on the buffet? And no, it's not a no, it's not a yes, and blah blah blah. So it's like all my brain, and I think it's the Gemini brain helps, but my brain doesn't stop. So that's the really hard part.
But I think your experiences as a club promoter made you really tackle these massive gifting suites, because we've been there. A lot of people try to crash it. A lot of people try to... They sneak in. But you guys, I'm telling you right now firsthand, because I see it. Natalie is so strict. You can't pass anything by her at the gifting suite. Even at the Lux Sunset Hotel, where you have it for the last... How many years has it been at the Lux?
Well, I started at the Lux Rodeo Drive in 2005 when I did the Emmys. Then I moved to Peninsula. And then I moved back to the Lux on Rodeo. I love that place. It was a small hotel. I think Vuitton LVMH bought that place. In fact, they're going to redo a new hotel. But when they closed, I was heartbroken because I love that place. I get attached to people. So I was attached to the whole staff. So I moved to Sunset. And I kind of like Sunset because people have to pay for their parking. So it avoids people who just going to walk in,
Right.
And try to crash a party. It's also very secluded in the woods. It's in Brentwood. So I kind of keep it there.
It's safe.
It's safe.
I love it.
But the party crasher, I think being club promoter for all these years, I learn, and I'm very tough. In fact, my first security was my club promoter security, and I'm like, then he kind of retire, but I used to grab guys by the neck and just put them out. I mean, we had so many stories with party crasher.
And you have so many great press and media that respect to you and your clients. They always show up, they always support. And just talk about the power of relationships in this industry and how important that is.
I think I'm a people person. So for me, relationship, I don't think I could leave. It's the duality in me. I need these events. But then when I stop the event, I like to be on my own. I don't like to be, I think doing clubs and doing it so well and partying so much for years, I don't like to do halfway things.
Yeah.
So I'm not interested in going out unless I go to a friend and we play backgammon, for example, or dinner, or barbecue, whatever. But otherwise, I love to be in my house. So it's the opposite of me in events. And I need to resource myself when I come out of these events, because again, it's like you give a lot of yourself to every single person. And there is a very famous publicist that retired also. He used to run DDA, which was this huge PR firm. He always told me, you have to build a second you. And I say, I cannot build a second you, because at one point when I was doing Dubai or Qatar, I was approached by other festivals in Rio, in Brazil, or here, and I couldn't do everything. And I said, they cannot be to me. They come because of me.
Yeah.
They know I'm safe. Like, I cannot sell my business either because it's because of me. The clients, they trust you, but the celebrity, it's because of me. They know whenever they're going to come, when you talk about the big celebrity, they're not taken for stupid, and they know also they protect it. Like, I won't use their image for anything stupid.
Yeah, and you're very strict with pictures. If they don't want pictures, we can't take the picture.
Exactly.
And I think that's why they ultimately come, to support you. Like even HFPA, they come every year for the pre-Golden Globes and all of that. And when did you realize, okay, I'm going to expand to Japan and all of that? Because you have partners in Japan. And we just recently had such an amazing Japan suite for the pre-Oscars. how was that like for
So
you
Japan,
expanding?
I first went to Japan in 2002. I studied the Japanese culture and the language when I was a student. So the first time I went to Japan, I fell in love with that place. I felt I lived there maybe in another life. I felt at home. It was very interesting. At that time, it was not developed like today. To find your way, you go to country, places, village, and city by myself, and it wouldn't be written in English language or even Roman language. It was very hard. But I love Japan, and so I became friend with this amazing person named David Matsumoto, who is my friend and also partner. And for years, I mean, he wanted the bands when I first met him. So he knew I was working with Keanu Reeves and Jeff Goldblum and Dennis Quaid and so many others band. So he said, bring a catalog of bands and we're going to get them to Japan. So I went there for the first time, but he does so many events, that we cannot got lost. We never lost tracks. So when I started the suite, he said, okay, maybe we can bring some Japanese clients. So we started with Cannes. We had a lot of Japanese clients. And then 12 years ago, we decided to open an office there.
Yeah.
So it was more functional. And I mean, now we're talking about doing F1 because last year David was sponsoring two boats, a boat and another boat, a yacht in F1. So I went on repérage because I was not doing Cannes. And this June is... it's very close to the King Charles in England.
Wow.
So he has been doing these polo games for the Queen Elizabeth and also for Prince Charles for a long time. So I'm going in June to the first tournament because I could never make it in June. But this year I decided I'll go. So it's the King Charles polo tournament, something like this.
So much fun.
Yeah, so that's exciting just to look at what they're doing there.
Louisa Live. Louisa Live.
And speaking of Cannes, you're gearing up to go to Cannes Gifting Suite. Talk about that. And what, you're leaving, 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I mean, what does it feel like for you? You're one of the most exclusive suites there. This year it's at the Marriott.
There's no other suite.
No other suite. You guys
No.
choose the exclusive gifting suite for the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah, people try to copy me in Cannes, especially
Yeah.
French people. They thought they could do
I
it,
love
but
it,
I'm
especially the French people.
but I'm French American.
Yeah, yeah.
So they couldn't copy me. They
I
cannot
love
have
it.
the American stars.
Yeah.
So we put ourselves in one of the biggest hotels. There are 4 big hotels in Cannes. It's cost a fortune because I think the price are multiplied, but I don't know how much during Cannes, but it's necessary for me to be there. So we were for 10 years at the Carlton, which is this 100 years old hotel. When it closed for renovation, we went to the GW Marriott, which I adore. It's a little bit more modern in it, and a lot of Americans moved to that hotel. So when I say that, it's important because they have the actual star in Cannes, the average star goes for 1 day and a half. In 1 day and a half, they do the red carpet, then they do the photo call the morning after, and then do some interviews, and they're gone. So if you don't position yourself in one of these hotels where they have the interviews, you have no chance to have them. So like 2 years ago, we had Jeffrey Wright because he was doing interviews just across from us. And basically, it was like a huge deal because he had 5 minutes, but he was across, so he was able to come and get the gifts. So we used to it. We can spend an hour in LA to do a tour of the suite. In Cannes, we train, and everybody in my staff is trained to do 5 minutes, to do 30 brand in 5 minutes.
We need that in LA.
I
In
know.
LA, it's the 405 traffic,
know.
like because we talk, we take our time.
No, we are used to it. We move them
5
very quickly.
minutes,
We
huh?
prepare.
I don't see that happening. That's crazy.
No, 1 year we had the biggest male star we could get. He was the star of Mad Max, and everybody was looking for him, and he came and something. So when we have this huge entourage, it goes very fast. It's 5 minutes, and then we have to give the entourage, the agent, the publicist, everybody. So yeah, 1 year we had Justin Timberlake doing interview across from us. So every morning he was doing his little dance in front of the suite.
How fun.
So all the girls in my team were insane. It's like they were trying to go have lunch where he was having lunch. And it was, we had a lot of people like this, like Kristen Stewart, a lot of these people do interview and then they take their break and then they come to the suite.
And from all the gifting suites, which one is your favorite to do?
It's impossible to say.
Hard.
It's
I love
very
it all.
hard because I love them all. For a long time, Golden Globe was my favorite because I was very, very hooked up with the HFPA, which changed. The association is gone now. But I was going to the Golden Globes, to the actual dinner. I feel very special. I will see a lot of people in the industry. That really grew my business. But I love Cannes a lot because I'm French and it's south of France and it's kind of very fun. I used to like Dubai a lot because I'll go like 2 weeks in Dubai. And when Dubai was starting, it was really, really fun. Today, I mean, it's a little bit different, I didn't like Hong Kong, I have to say. I didn't like the city.
No?
It was very polluted. So,
Really?
Yeah, for me. But the hotel was gorgeous. The suite was gorgeous, but I didn't like the city. But, I love doing Canada. I was partner with AMC for years. They produced like The Walking Dead and all this. And so I love going to Toronto in September.
Wow, Natalie. 21 years in the gifting suite business. And
21 years.
21 years. And you run a tight ship, like I say. I think that's why people respect you so much, because you have your game face on when it starts. People don't mess around. And I think this is the year for you that you're maybe exploring other things, right? So talk a little about what's next for Natalie, because there's some cool things you're working on.
Yeah, we're working. I mean, I've been working for the past 2 years on the book, so definitely going through it. And then my first film, I had 3 projects that felt I always say like the gift suite. If I'm going to do a film, it has to be a big one.
Yeah.
It's not being snobby. It's like I don't have the patience to go through every step for 40 years. So I had 3 massive projects, massive, with massive directors, massive stars. They all fell in the gutter, so I got discouraged. And suddenly I got this project in my hand a few months ago of a writer in Paris who wrote a book. And it's a story of bank robbers who are doing bank robbery with rattlesnake in Texas.
Oh my God.
So it was so fun. And so they build up in Paris. It's 2 guys from, so there's this writer, he also works in a big advertisement firm. So they build up this really cool fake reel to show what we wanted the movie to be like. And so I started doing meetings. I don't go to little meetings. I go to like head of studios directly that I know. So I'm going for advice right now. I went to massive agents and producers. And now I'm waiting on, I know who I want for that film, but I cannot say.
So you have someone in mind already.
There's only him. Imagine him doing bank robbery with a rattlesnake.
Oh my God.
It's very rock and roll.
Oh my God, I can't wait. And what stage is it in? It's not filmed yet, right? It's all
The book is written. We have everything. We deposited
Okay.
everything. So we even have a script, but I think it would be good that the script is rewrote because the script was done by the writer. But it's mostly right now we want to sell the project to this massive director. I mean, we have few in mind. But my favorite is like the one I want.
Yeah.
And I'm a cinephile, so I love
course you
movies. But we want to sell the project and them to really develop the project to the level it's supposed to be. We're not attaching any stars or anything. I just want the director and producers.
I know you're a cinephile. Any favorites that you want viewers to watch, or anything that comes in your mind?
Oh my God, so many films.
Maybe like top 3. I know it's the worst question.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yes. Pulp Fiction, yes.
Gone with the Wind.
Ooh.
All the Cary Grant film. I just saw Charade a few days ago.
Yeah.
I love all Audrey Hepburn. All the Ethan Coen's, the Coen's brother films I love. I love these guys. Some new ones too, all these directors. I'm very excited. They announced today the first film of John Travolta in Cannes.
Really? Oh my God.
So I'm excited about Cannes because we always have some interesting stuff. I love Kevin Costner as a director.
Yeah.
I was very honored. He'd invite me to his screening and his party 2 years ago. He's a fabulous director, and I wish we had Horizon 2 and 3 coming out because it was amazing.
Maybe in the future.
We'll see.
And one thing about Natalie is you actually take the time to watch the films, you watch the TV shows. So whoever is actually invited to your suite, you actually know what they're part of. It's so important.
I try because
You
we have a
do?
lot of fake people. So we
Yeah.
have to watch that. And I used to have two person running my front door who today, one is doing his own documentary, the other one works for a producer, but they used to be encyclopedia. They
Yeah,
knew everything
everyone.
more than me. I mean, I was so safe because they'd be like, no, not right. The favorite things in Hollywood was in January when we had people coming, they'd be like, I'm part of the new season.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
new
yeah.
season was not out yet.
I know.
And then somebody will tell me that, and I will have the CEO of AMC saying,
Nope.
behind my. So no, I have to watch everything. I'm watching some great shows. I'm watching 3 shows together right
Ooh,
now.
which ones?
There's a French show called The Hunt because I do also events in France, so I have to keep updated on France. So it's called The Hunt. It's on Apple TV. There is another one with three actresses also on Apple TV that just started a few weeks ago. That is also really good. I'm watching also Jennifer Garner show, which is a more light show, but it's on Fridays. And I watch a lot of things. I have list at the end of my notebook with I have to catch up on Walking Dead because I didn't see the last seasons. But yeah, I watch TV a lot for my work. I used to watch no TV, just
Yeah.
movies.
But now it's like you're kind
I
of doing
have to
both.
watch TV.
Switching gears from like TV, film industry, you're very spiritual. We're very similar. And recently, you lost someone very special in your life. Can we talk about Lucas?
I don't think
you
I
don't
want to
wanna
go this
there?
way.
Okay.
Yes.
Because that was someone very important to you.
Yeah.
And the way you dealt with everything, the way it happened, and
You have to learn. I mean, my brother was killed by terrorists in Paris in 2015. So I think it put you back in space. I mean, it makes you strong, all these elements in life. It gives you a different direction. Your world collapses, and
Yeah.
suddenly you realize that's just what it is, and I have to deal with it. I have no choice. So I think, losing my dog a few months ago was really hard. Losing my brother was insane. And after that, losing my dad was insane. But, it's what makes you human. We're humans. So the people around us are not eternal either.
Yeah.
Life is not eternal either.
And I think I've learned that from you over the years. You face so many hardships and difficulties, but you're always so positive. Even in your voice messages, you find a way, whether it's a new client, a new vendor, a new responsibility, just anything you're dealing with. I'm like, okay, if Nathalie can do this, I can do that too. You're so strong.
It's all about the gratitude in the morning. You
Yeah.
have to attack, otherwise I'd be dead, sincerely.
Yeah.
You have to find in the crazy, crazy world. I mean, sincerely, when my brother was killed, the worst thing that can happen is a terrorist attack in France, because it's everywhere in the news. Till today, it's in our face every single day. And I have to deal with 2 kids who lost their dad. So it's basically, and my parents who lost their kids. I mean, we're all impacted. So basically, among this craziness, you have to find a little piece of bright. It's the same thing if you have a black and white things, and then there's a color. During COVID, I love photography. I used to shoot all these pictures in black, and then one day I put the color pictures in the middle. And that's what you have to do in life. You have to
I
find
love
the little
that
color.
concept. Oh my, well, orange is the color.
Oranges and blue, and it's amazing.
That you're so right, because we do talk about gratitude every day. Even when we talk to each other, I say, it's okay, calm down, let's be grateful. And I think that really changes the way we live every day.
You have to project a lot. Like, you have to project things like it's already there for you, and you have to be grateful for that. And then you have also to really, I mean, I have so many journals. I do this in the morning. I try to do it, or I won't feel good, if I don't do this. So I try to always, and I try to teach all my nieces and nephews to do the same thing. I think they should teach that in school, because it's amazing. You attach yourself to one positive stuff. And a friend of mine was just diagnosed with a terrible sickness in France. Terrible, very similar to what Celine Dion has. And I told him, just attach yourself to what's positive. There is still positive. They found a treatment. They know what you have. I mean, it's like there's always something that will direct you to the right way. It's hard, but you have to do that.
And I think if people just find that little small color, that small positive note in their life, things would be so much easier. But even though life is such a struggle every day, but you're someone who conquers it all. I think you kind of put it aside. You can compartmentalize and focus. And if someone in the industry wants to start out, like, any advice for the younger generation?
have a passion.
Passion.
I see too many people, and especially the new generation today, sometimes they don't have the passion. I see it in my own family. Have dreams, go after your dreams, have a passion. Nothing is impossible in life, especially in America. Everything is possible. But believe in that and try to be good, and understand that if you do something good will come back, even if you don't expect it. But if you do something bad, it will also come back to you.
The karma.
So it's
right?
very important to really try to be your best every day. It's really hard. I have big temper, so it's very hard if somebody just go like this in front of my car to be good. But I try to we have an impact in life, and if everybody thinks like this, maybe we won't have this craziness happening in the world today. So it's very important. I have friends under bombs in Dubai, some in Iran, some in Israel. I mean, everybody is impacted by that. So I think also is like the new generation is follow your dreams, believe in it, try to do it. Even if you think it's locked, it will open if you believe in it. I believe in that.
And you're, as far as family and generation, younger generation, you're such a great auntie. You have nephews, a niece and a nephew, and
they're amazing.
Best. They come here in LA, they visit you, and I know you're just so awesome.
And they're brilliant. I think family is very important. For me, it's like my structure. It's I'm sure I hurt my family. My mom told me she doesn't regret the first airplane ticket she booked me. She regretted the second one when I wanted to come back.
Oh my God, that's interesting.
But and she hates the fact I live more here than in France.
There,
but it's very important the generation and the family. For me, it's my structure.
Same.
I know we're very similar like this. We talk about it. Your grandma, and I was very close to my grandparents too, and it's very important to take care of all old people and spend time with them, because they also have a lot of things that they can tell you about life, and then when they die it's too late. So it's I have a very interesting family, so I guess I get all my structure from this family. And I was very lucky. I'm born in France. We didn't suffer like some kids, in Africa, we don't have to eat, for example. I was very lucky for that. And I feel very blessed also to have amazing parents and grandparents, because they tell you whatever you do in your life, it's back from like few generations. So maybe my great-grandparents. The house I have in south of France, I'm in southwest, it's my great-grandma that bought the whole area. And it's because of her hard work that today we're able to have a beach house.
Wow.
So I'm very grateful for my family, basically.
Gratitude and the wisdom of elders, it's incredible.
It's amazing. They know so many things.
So many things.
Oh my God. So many things. We have to respect them. I mean, my great-grandfather I knew, and I used to visit every morning, and he will tell a story about the war and things we don't hear today. So it's very, very important to nurture where we're coming from.
I love that, Nathalie. That's so inspiring. Before we wrap up, I have two questions I ask every guest. So if you had your very own billboard on Sunset Boulevard, and you can write anything on it so people can see, what would that message be? It could be a picture, a message, anything.
Let me think 2 seconds.
Yeah, think about it. Take your time.
And what's the second question?
The second is anything that you've purchased under $100 that has changed your life.
Wow.
Isn't that a great question, though?
That's a question.
Because we have a lot of good things we buy under $100.
There's a lot of things we buy. Okay, so let's think about the billboard. What I will put on the billboard. I think something inspirational, like believe in your dreams. Beautiful. Have faith in your dream. Don't give up in life. There's always something in life that is magical. I would say don't give up in life.
I love that. Don't give up in life. There's always something that's magical.
Yes, I don't think, I think I will go that way. Less than $100, it doesn't have to be expensive to attract me. I love brands because, I work with brands, but I also like to buy very big brands. I'm today, especially getting older, I am more a jean person with maybe $1,000 bag.
Yeah.
But I love brands, but there's a lot of things you'll find in very cheap place. I love markets. In fact, when I travel in Tahiti, I think one of my favorite things under $15, it's not these earrings, but I booked a pair of earrings for $50 on the market in Bora Bora when I had maybe $300 or $400 earrings I booked in a jewelry there, and I wear more the one from the market, and everybody asked me where I found them. And it's a little market because it was this, before I took my plane to go to another island, this old lady had this amazing jewelry, and I start talking to her, and I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. So I think it was $40 when you do the change, you know.
It's always like that.
They're special
less,
earrings.
Yeah.
With
That's
black
awesome.
pearls.
I'm sure you cherish that forever.
And of course, all my dogs, because I think adoption fee were less than this. So they changed my life, my animals.
Oh, I know. Nathalie, thank you for visiting me today.
You're welcome, Louisa. It was so fun.
Yeah, what a great conversation, right?
Make sure you read the book. I want to know.
Well, you're going to come back because you'll come back before the pre-Emmys. We'll talk about the gifting suites and all of that. But thank you so much for joining me.
Okay, thank you, everybody that is listening to it or hearing it.
Thanks, guys. Oh my God.
Hi, you guys.
I had no idea.
I saw them arriving on the corner
We
of my
have
eye.
to take pictures.
Louisa Live.